What's up guys, Chandler here. I just wanted to give a quick video update before we jump to the podcast for our PlayStation 5 showcase predictions that I did with my friend Adam. I want to thank him so much for being on the podcast. It's just going to be the audio. He requested just the audio, so I always ask people to whatever they're comfortable with, whether it's going to be video or just the audio, and he requests just the audio, so it's just going to be the audio today. But if you do want to skip forward to the podcast, the time codes are listed down below in the description. If you don't want to listen to the update or anything like that at all, you can just jump right into the podcast if you would choose to do so. But for those who are interested in checking out the update here that I have, I wanted to give an update for my health and for the channel going forward. So this will just be a really quick thing, and then we jump right into the podcast. So as a lot of you may know, I did hurt my back. I caused myself again to hurt my L5 herniated disc. It's been a very painful couple of weeks. I am doing a little bit better. I've been doing some stretches, doing some brief walks around the house to make sure that my muscles and my nerves just don't cramp up. So I've been trying the best that I can to move around as much as possible and to try to make sure it doesn't cause me more pain than I have to. I did find a chiropractor that does the Y-strap adjustment. I'll put a picture up here or over here. It's a manual decompression of the spine. It's a high velocity, low amplitude adjustment. So they literally tie it around your neck, give it a tug, and it goes all the way down your spine. And I think that's really what I need. So there will be a video about that here probably next week. So just keep an eye out for that as well. I also want to plug that I am going to start doing more streaming on Twitch. I do advertise that I have Twitch, but I don't use it that often. But I'll leave all that information down below, and I'll also leave that in the pinned comment. I'm also starting up Patreon. It is live. There is not much on there right now. There is a $1 tier just for general support. If you just want to donate $1 a month, I will give you a shout out in all the videos that I do, and once I get back to doing reactions, I will be giving you shout outs here as well. And then the $5 tier is going to be full album reactions. I know in the picture it says EP. I'm doing EPs on the channel, but for full album reactions, they are going to be on Patreon for $5 a month. And so it's not too crazy. I love people watching my content, but I do want to do this full time, as my job, especially when I'm home, not working right now. I really appreciate you guys just wanting to donate and wanting to join. If you guys are interested in joining my Patreon, even the $1 tier, it means the world. I'll leave a link below in the pinned comment as well. And is there anything else I need to mention? I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. If you do like what you see, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the like button. It does go a long way. I checked my analytics, and it looks like a lot of people are not subscribed that watch my video. If y'all don't mind hitting the subscribe button, that really would mean the world. It's a little click and it goes wonders for the channel. Hitting the like button, sharing the video, and subscribing to the channel does mean the world to me. So I just wanted to give a quick update for you guys here on the channel going forward. Hopefully we'll be back doing reaction videos here soon. Again, with the $5 tier with Patreon, I don't expect people to join that right now because I'm not doing album reactions due to my back. But if you want to join the $1 tier, as I said, that would be phenomenal. Thank you again so much for all your support here at Chandler Burton Entertainment. I am trying my best to get healthy again so I can keep doing what I love. But again, without further ado, we're going to jump into the podcast here with my friend Adam for our PlayStation 5 showcase predictions. Take care, and thank you all again for the support. It means the world.
You're listening to the Chandler Burton Podcast. Turn it up to 11 and rip the knob off. This is Chandler Burton.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back again to the Chandler Burton podcast. I am your host, Chandler Burton, and today we got my friend Adam on the podcast. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for having me on.
Dude, anytime, man. I'm so excited, dude. You and I, we go back a little bit. We go back a little bit. Maybe not like super far, but we definitely have a good friendship. I would say, absolutely. We're definitely similar in a lot of ways.
Oh, for sure.
Dude,
For sure.
absolutely, man. I mean, think about it. We both love video games. We are we're both single. Yeah.
True.
The only difference is that I'm black and you're white. That's the only difference. And you actually have a beard. You have a nice beard.
I do have a beard, but you have hair on your top of your head, so.
I do. Yeah. Well, I just got a haircut, but dude, my hair grows so fast, dude. It's insane. Like my hair will be back in like 2 weeks. It's crazy, dude.
Jeez.
I'm like, just so. My sister cuts my hair, so luckily I don't have to pay for it. So I'm like, thank goodness, because haircuts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, haircuts get expensive. So, yeah, man, awesome, dude. Well, before we get started, Adam, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name's Adam, as it's already been established. I grew up in California, like Northern California, and grew up playing sports, playing video games, then I lived in Colorado, like when we met.
That's right.
And then Idaho, and now I've been in North Dakota for almost 6 years now. Jeez,
Wow.
holy crap.
I was gonna say, it's been a long time, dude. Yeah. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Cool, dude. That's awesome. And so what do you do in North Dakota? I know you just mentioned before that you're doing some soccer stuff. Is that right?
Yeah. So I initially came out here to coach college soccer, and I did that for a few years. And now I coach at like the youth level, so anywhere from like 9-year-olds to 18-year-olds. And yeah, that's basically it. I
That's cool, dude.
coach soccer all day, every day.
That's cool, man. I know you're a big sports guy, which is really cool. So that's awesome, dude. That's really, really cool, man. And then yeah, we met in Colorado. We were missionaries for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We didn't really meet until like I think that's near the end of our missions, kind of. Maybe not the end, but like we were pretty far in because you came out like a month before me, I think.
Yeah, I think it was probably like a year in where we like actually like met. Like I like knew of you, but didn't like know you until.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it was until like
Yeah.
what was the word called? Woodglen?
I think, dude, yeah, it was Woodland. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Yeah, and then like we did an exchange, and then like again, I've heard just like I heard of you. I just heard you were really funny, and then we went on like an exchange, and we stayed up so late talking about music. Like, dude, we have to go to bed because we have to get up early. Even you're like, all right, we got to go to sleep, dude. But yeah, dude, yeah, it was awesome, man. We got to know each other. I'm like, dang, this guy's cool, man. And then like, you're like one of the only people I've kept in contact with since being home. We've been home now for what, like 6 years, 5, 6 years.
Dude, I think it's longer than that, man.
Oh,
like it's been a while.
When did we get home? 2015. We got home 2015. Yeah.
I got 2015, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years, almost
6 years.
going on 7.
Wow, dude, that's crazy, man. Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
We're getting old.
I know, dude. I'm gonna be 28 in what's today? Today's the 2nd? No, today's the 1st.
Today's the 8th.
The 8th. Oh,
no, it's like the 8th.
Dude, this is what happens when I'm stuck in bed all
No,
day.
it's the 7th. It's the 7th. You were right.
Dude, this is what happens when you're stuck in bed. I don't know what day's what or anything like that, dude. Yeah, dude, I turned 28 on the 21st, man. That's getting crazy, man. Getting old.
Jeez.
I know, dude. What happens? But that's all right. I'm still a youthful guy. Try to be, at least.
Yeah, I'm not too far behind you.
I know you're
28 in November.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, dude. So crazy. But awesome, dude. Well, that's great. Well, thanks again for joining on the podcast. I appreciate it. I've been doing. I like having people on. It's been really fun. I used to do them by myself, but then I'm like, you know what? I should get more people on. and like have a conversation instead of people just listening to me talk for like 30 minutes or an hour or whatever. My voice could probably get a little nauseating after an hour, so I'm sure people are like, we need someone else. So
I remember listening to some of those, like the Christopher Nolan movie one was good.
oh yeah,
I enjoyed that one a lot.
we disagreed on some of it, but that's okay. That we're still friends.
That's
That's what I
yeah,
like about you. We can disagree and we're still friends.
yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure. But yeah, I don't mind going solo, but it's fun to have like people on here to talk and do those types of things. And so, but yeah, dude, so today we're talking about the PlayStation 5 showcase. Now, before we get into that, we're gonna do a couple other things, but you and I both own a PlayStation 5, and thanks to your wonderful help, I own one. So thank you. Seriously, dude, I've had people ask me, they're like, Chandler, how did you get a hold of one? You're the only one in you're the only one in town that has a PlayStation 5. I'm like, dude, if it wasn't for my friend Adam, there'd be like no way I would have one. Because, dude, you would send me like the queue, you would be like, it's dropping a target, and I would try every time. And it would just be like, don't even wait in line. I'm like, gosh dang it, man.
Yeah.
This thing's, it's impossible to get.
No, it is. But I have a friend who's, I don't know how he does it, but he's gotten like 4 or 5, like just from being fast on the internet.
That's awesome.
And so like, yeah, so very grateful for him giving both of us the opportunity to get one.
Right? Seriously, man. I mean, people have asked me like, dude, you got to help me get one. I was like, dude, I couldn't even help myself get one. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's just like, it's so crazy. Like, you can't even go into the store yet and buy one. Like, I'll go to the store. There's one time I went to the store.
I know.
Yeah, no, dude. One time I went to the store. I went to Walmart just to grab something really quick. And I like to go look at the video games just to like look and see what's out. I literally had an employee, because I was looking at the PlayStation section. I had some guy come up behind me saying, we don't have any. I'm like, what the heck? And he's like, we don't have what you're looking for. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not looking to buy. He's like, oh, okay. Just to let you know, we don't have any PlayStation 5s. We may never have them. I was like, thanks, guy. I was just looking. It scared the crap out of me, dude. I was like, you didn't even like say, can I help you find something? I was like, we don't have any. I'm like, what the heck? That's what happens when you
He
go to Walmart,
probably
dude.
does it every time people are over there.
I know, dude. I'm sure. I do. It's just crazy, man. Like, even like the PlayStation 5 is more in demand, but Xbox is too. But the PlayStation, I've had a friend actually go in and buy like an Xbox Series X from a store, and dude, but you just can't find the PlayStation anywhere. Like, it's impossible to find unless you like pay like $800. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah. No, the Xbox. I'll probably end up getting one eventually if my friend can give me one. Just because the new Halo's coming out.
Oh yeah, that's true, dude. Yeah, it comes out this year actually. So they actually just made an Xbox Series X bundle, and with Halo Infinite, like it was all cool, like looked like Master Chief, completely sold out in like a minute, and people were like, "No!" I'm like,
yeah, I bet.
It's just insane, dude. But awesome, dude. Well, again, I'm super excited for the showcase. The last showcase we got was right when the PS5 was about to drop, so it was like back. It was like back in October. They did it like a month before. They showed off some cool games and those types of things. So they're showing off hopefully some cool stuff. We're gonna go over some predictions of what we think is going to be there. But you did mention yesterday, that we wanna talk about like some games that are like games that may not be popular, but we like. Do you have one? I was thinking all night about this. It's like, what game do I like that everyone hates? I'm trying to think, dude.
So, for me, like I guess my unpopular gaming opinion.
I actually don't know this, so I'm excited.
It's not really like it's not really a PlayStation one though. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. So my unpopular gaming opinion is that Mario Kart for the Wii is the best Mario Kart of all time.
Really? Oh,
I get a lot of flack for that.
It's not a bad game by any means, but really, Mario Kart Wii, huh?
Yeah. My number one Mario Kart, 100%.
Of all time. That's tight.
Of all time, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
I don't know if it's just because that's the one I put like the most hours in. Like me and my brothers used to play that one like every night and would play all night long. Like we'd do like the full like 32 race tournaments, which is like every map in the game.
Dude, that's so
And
funny.
it would like keep tracking, so it's super competitive. But
Yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. That's actually that's the first game that had like online for like racing. So I did that a lot. That was really fun.
yeah,
And did you have the steering wheel with it? Did you have that?
I had it, but I stopped using it like the first day. I was like, "This is stupid," and so I just used the
Yeah.
regular Wiimote.
Yeah, dude. I used the GameCube controller. That was really nice. I was like, this is the way to play, man.
Oh yeah,
That's tight,
I
dude.
do that still for Super Smash Bros.
Oh, dude, yeah. Absolutely. That's the only way to go. I've learned how to play with the Pro controller, but the GameCube's the only way to it's the only way to play Smash Bros, dude. Absolutely. I'm glad I still have the option
100%.
to do that. Absolutely. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Now I got to think of one. I really was thinking of one last night, and I was like, what game do people? I mean, I guess I'll just say this. Recently, I just beat Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda. It just came out on the Switch.
Okay.
I sold some games for it, and I picked it up, and it actually came out on the Wii. But I was like, like I was gonna get it on the Wii when it came out, but I was so sick of the motion controls by then. I was like, I don't want to. And you had to play with motion controls. Like, there's no other way to play it. And I was like, I really don't
Yeah.
want to do it. And I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. I was like, I guess I'm just not gonna play it. But then they really released it on the Switch, and a lot of people say it's like their least favorite Zelda game. Dude, I freaking loved it, man. I thought it was a cool story. I thought it was super awesome. The controls are still a little wonky, but I was like, man, I should have gave this a chance back in the day because the story was awesome. So I guess I'll say that one just
Yeah,
as a recent one. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's for sure. Because to be honest, that's out of the like newer Zelda games, that probably is my least favorite.
Really? There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite Zelda game?
I mean, it's hard not to say Breath of the Wild just because it was so amazing.
Dude, it's okay. You can say it's
But
the best
I've
game
always
ever
just
made.
had like a. Okay, then I'll say Breath of the Wild. But I've always had a love for Ocarina of Time.
Oh, dude, that's a classic. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
our generation, dude. Like I was a little late to the game.
Yeah.
I did have it on the 64, and then I got frustrated and I didn't beat it, and then I actually bought it on the Wii, like the digital download thing, and then I played it when I was like 13 or 14. I was like, man, I should have tried harder. But back then we didn't have the internet, so I couldn't look up where to go or figure out what to do. That game's a masterpiece, though, dude. It is.
You'd have to buy the there's like a pretty much like a magazine guide that you could get from like GameStop.
Yeah, dude, I had that for Paper Mario on the 64 because I got so lost. I'm like, I need to get this guide, so I had that. But yeah, dude, it's funny when people say that they've never played Ocarina of Time. I wish I never played it because, dude, there's nothing better than experiencing that game for the first time. Same with Breath of the Wild. I can never get that. I can never get that moment back, dude. And it's like, man, I love that I played it. But at the same time, it's like, I wish I never played it because I'll never get that first reaction again. That's why I love watching people play it for the first time because they're just like blown away. And I'm like, dude, it's just the best feeling. So hopefully Breath of the Wild 2, whatever they call it, will have the same feeling. I'm so excited for that game, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, funny story if we have time for it about Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, of course.
So my brothers, they're all like pretty, like quite a bit older than me. Like the closest one is like 6 years.
Yeah.
And then like the next one after that is like 10 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever they would play pretty much any game on the 64, but especially Ocarina of Time, they like would not let me be in the room. Like not just because they wanted me to like experience for the first time. They were just douchebags and wouldn't let me watch them play video games. And
that's hilarious.
At my house, there's like, so we have like a staircase with some like pictures on the wall, like across from it.
Yeah.
And like through those like glass like picture frames, I could see like the reflection of the television. And so I would watch them play Ocarina of Time through a reflection of a picture screen.
That's hilarious, dude. I love it. I mean, any way you can to watch someone play some video games, dude. I was kind of like that with my sister.
Absolutely.
I was playing Mario 64. They would just want to play. I'm like, dude, I'm really trying to just be in the zone right now. You got to leave me alone. You just got to go away. So I mean, I guess I was that guy too. I was like, please leave me alone. I got to beat this game. That's awesome, dude. Did you ever own a? Did you have a PlayStation 1 or 2? Did you ever have the? I never had a PlayStation until PlayStation 3.
So PlayStation 2 was the first one that I owned.
Yeah,
My brother actually sold his Sega Dreamcast to get one.
it's a good choice. All those
And
Dreamcast
so
was sick, but
Dreamcast was sick, but PlayStation 2 way better.
oh
Might
yeah,
be might be my favorite PlayStation console ever. Like I
dude.
used to play. That's probably the PlayStation console I played the most.
Dude, I mean, everything about it is the best-selling console at the time. I mean, it had a DVD player in it, which was it's crazy to think that was high tech back in the day. I was like,
Yeah,
that's insane. A DVD player. I mean, that was a huge deal. And dude, you had some classic games on
it
that, dude. I
was.
think the biggest one that I remember was probably Grand Theft Auto 3. I mean, everybody was like, it might have been on Xbox, but I think most people had it on PlayStation 2. That game was sick, man. I wasn't allowed to play that game, but I would play it, sneakily away from my parents. Like, you can't play that game. I'm like, well, I'm going to anyway. That game was
Yeah,
sick. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
same,
Game was dope,
same.
dude. I know. Now I just play whatever, and they don't even care. But yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. That's
Did
really cool. No, go ahead. Yeah.
Sonic Adventure Battle 2. That was my
Oh,
favorite
that was
PlayStation 2 game.
that was the best. The best game, dude. It was so fun. Had everything you wanted in a Sonic game.
Best soundtrack as well.
Dude, City Escape, that's the one, right? When he's like
Yeah,
snowboarding through all the freaking on like the on the street. Like and the military's after him like Sonic, what did you do, man?
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, that game's awesome. I really hope I heard rumors they may remake it. If they do, that would be awesome.
Ooh,
That would be a purchase for
I'm
sure.
down.
Yeah, man. Dude, Sonic's always been hit or miss for me. I generally like Sonic games, and I like the movie, but some games have been horrible. But Adventure Battle 2 or Adventure 2 Battle, I don't know how people say it. That game was dope. That game was super sick, dude.
Yeah,
Good stuff, man. That's awesome. Sweet, dude. But yeah, my first so I had a PlayStation 3 and that was a great console, dude. I know I got a lot of flack when it first came out, but dude, it had some great games on it. A lot of good memories. And then the PS4, dude, it was funny. The first thing I did when I got back from my mission was buy a PlayStation 4. That's like the first thing I did. I got set apart. I went to go see the SpongeBob movie, the Sponge Out of Water movie, and then the next day I went to go buy a PlayStation 4. I was like, "Yep, we're doing this." That's like the first thing. Apparently, I didn't learn anything from my mission. That's like that's what I wanted to do, man. I was like, I
hey
have
man,
to.
there's nothing wrong with video games.
Heck yeah, dude. I was like, man, I missed this. I was like, that's the one thing I missed, dude. I was like, video games and music. And I was like, man, I'm ready to get back into
Yeah,
it. It was hard, dude, but awesome, man. Well, I'm super excited for the showcase. The list that I sent you, I don't know if they're going to be at the presentation. I was just thinking of like games that we might see or things that they might announce at the at the presentation. And I don't know, I really don't know if any of this is going to be there. They're just things that I speculated. I was like, you know what? Maybe it'll be there, maybe it'll not. So we'll go and talk about it. If there's anything you want to add to, if you thought of a game or anything like that at all, or what you think may be there, just feel free to jump in and we'll just talk about it. We'll talk about some video games and just have a good time with it. So the first thing, yeah,
it's good.
yeah, man. So the first thing on the list, I don't know if you heard about this, and I did send you the list last night, was it's been confirmed that they are remaking The Last of Us. Like that's a real thing. Like the first game from 2013, they're remaking it from the ground up. Eh, Hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not just like upgrading it to like next gen.
No, yeah, that's what I thought too, but no, they're remaking everything. They're gonna rebuild it all from the ground up and make the graphics better. And I'm like, interesting. I was like, why bother? The first game already still looks
Yeah,
good. Like the PS4 port, you can play on the PS5, and it still looks good. It runs at 60 frames per second. The graphics still look good. Like they're really good graphics. So I'm wondering. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they would want to do that. I think it's weird.
yeah. That I mean, why not put more time and effort into the next one? You know, like
Right.
why go back in time like this early into it?
That's what
Like
I'm
I get
saying.
like maybe 10, 20 years down the road, but it's
Yeah.
been what like 8 years?
Yeah. That's true. The game came out in 2013. Like I'm just like it really wasn't that long ago. So I'm wondering like why on earth are they? Again, it might not be there, but I think it might, just because they probably want to show it off. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna complain about it, and then I'm gonna be like, "Wow, this is the best looking game I've ever seen in my life." I'm gonna complain about it. I hope. I mean, I hope that if they're gonna redo it, I hope that they maybe, I don't know, like add more to it. I mean, the game's already great. It's one of my favorite games, if not like my favorite game ever. So I don't know if they're gonna add like maybe an alternate ending, even though we have Last of Us Part 2, so I guess that doesn't really make any sense. But I don't know what else they're gonna really do. I mean, if they're gonna sell it for $70 and just I'm like, you could just buy the PS4 port for like $15 and play it. Actually, it's on it's on PlayStation Plus. You could download it for free and play it. So I'm like, just do that. Like, don't.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that actually soon because I actually haven't played it yet. So
Oh,
that is next on my list.
Oh, sick. Okay. Well, I won't spoil anything, but once you do, you gotta.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, dude, you gotta call me, and we'll talk about it because I love. That's another game actually that I can never get that first experience again. So I'm really jealous that you can experience that for the first time, dude. I cried like 3 times, and I'm not joking, like heavy tears. And I do cry sometimes, but this game got me, dude. It really did, man. Yeah, dude, you'll like it a lot. You really will. Okay, that's the last one.
I'm excited.
Yeah, dude, I hope you enjoy it, man. It's seriously one of the best games ever. So, let's jump into Last of Us Part 2. I know you haven't played Last of Us Part 2. I don't know if you've seen the controversy behind Last of Us Part 2. I mean, it's been out for over a year, but I don't know if you've looked up much about it.
I haven't really looked it up. I do remember like some things that you've talked about.
Yeah.
About it, and then I did watch the game a little bit on like Twitch, so like I've seen some parts of the game.
Oh yeah, you did. That's right. You watched me play it on Twitch a little bit. I think I did play it on Twitch for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I do need to get back into that. I am going to start streaming again, hopefully soon. Hopefully do some video games, and then like if people want to like, this is my first time talking about it. So I want to do like video games, and then also there's one day I want to do like, you can like request a song. Like if you pay like a certain amount of money, you can put in front of the line, and I'll listen to your song like for a certain amount. So I am going to start doing that because I do want to do YouTube.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I do want to do YouTube and Twitch like while I'm pretty much stuck at home with my back. It'd be nice to have a little bit of income and do that kind of thing. So I will be doing that, and I'm also going to be starting Patreon. So we'll that'll be fun. A lot of stuff to keep up on, but it'll be good. But anyway, Last of Us Part 2, dude. So the game's incredible. It's got some story issues in my opinion. Most people I've talked to don't agree with me because some people say it's like the best game ever made. I personally prefer the first one. I'm trying to be careful not to give any spoilers for you because I know you haven't played it, but you're
okay.
Yeah, the game does some things where it just like, ooh, that's bad storytelling. That's really bad. It's kind of like, I know you're not a big Star Wars fan, but I guess it's kind of like the Last Jedi of the video game industry, like or like the last season of Game of Thrones. Like I don't really watch Game of Thrones, but people are comparing like it's just bad storytelling, kind of lazy. But the game's incredible. Like the gameplay and everything about it is great, and they are finally adding multiplayer. So hopefully, I think that's what they're going to talk about. So So have you ever seen the multiplayer for The Last of Us? We could play it once it comes out for the second one.
I have not, but I'm definitely down to play it.
Yeah, dude, it's called Factions. I think they're gonna talk about it. It's kind of like you have to survive. Like you and I would have to work together to survive, like the zombie or the infected apocalypse. Like we build shelters and we make our own character. And like it goes throughout certain days. Like you just play and you just fight and you gather material to try to survive. So it's pretty basic. I think there's like a survival mode as well that you can play. So the multiplayer is pretty fun, but they haven't really done anything for the second one yet. So hopefully, hopefully they'll talk about it a little bit. I know you haven't really played The Last of Us, so you probably don't have much to say about it. But I love The Last of Us, so I had to bring those up for sure. So. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me know when you start the first one, because again, it's free on PlayStation Plus, so you can download it and start it like whenever. So it's kind of nice. I'm like, that's cool.
All right, yeah, I will do that.
Awesome, dude. Okay, let's jump into. Are you a Final Fantasy guy? Final Fantasy VII. You ever played that game?
So I'm not a huge Final Fantasy guy. Like I've played several of them like in the past,
Yeah,
but I do have a friend that Final Fantasy VII, like the remake, is the reason that he's buying PlayStation 5.
I've had a lot of people
So
tell me
I
that
know
too.
it's got a lot of hype.
Yeah, dude. Well, there's rumors that I'm not a Final Fantasy guy at all. Like I played a little bit of the remake on PS4 because it was free on PlayStation Plus, so I downloaded it, and it was pretty cool. I got like 15 hours in, and then I just kind of stopped, even though it was fun. But apparently that's only like the first part. Like apparently the game they extended it, and they're gonna do a part two. I guess the original game is super long, like on PlayStation, the original PlayStation. So a rumor has it that the Final Fantasy VII remake Part Two will be at that. Will be at the event. I don't know, man.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People get mad at me when I say I'm not a Final Fantasy guy. I just don't understand it. There's so many games and there's so many spinoffs. I don't get it. I
I was about to say, yeah, there's way too many games to be able to like keep up with it and play them all.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Same with Kingdom Hearts. I don't understand it. I would love to get into it, but I can't follow it, dude. I don't get it. It's too hard to follow.
Yeah, Kingdom. I've only ever played Kingdom Hearts 2,
Yeah,
and I actually really enjoyed that one. I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 and started to play it, but like it just I don't know, it just wasn't doing it for me. So I barely played like maybe 5 hours.
really. That's what a lot of people have
But
said.
Kingdom
So,
Hearts 2 was solid.
did you understand what was happening in the game? Like, I felt like there was a lot going. Apparently, you had to play a bunch of other stuff before you play the second one. But did you understand part two?
So I think I was like 12 or 13 years old, so I didn't really know what was going on, but
Yeah,
it was cool because I was like Disney characters going and like going through all this stuff,
yeah,
and I think I just liked it because of that, not so much because I actually knew what was going on. Like
yeah.
if you asked me if you asked me today what was the story of the game, I could not tell you.
That's hilarious, dude. I know, man. That's cool. That was like the main thing for me. It's like all the Disney characters and stuff. It's like, man, Kingdom Hearts would be so much better if it was just like a 1, 2, 3. Like, I wish it was like that, but it's not, and it can never be like that because there's already
Yeah,
so many games, and I'm like, it's just to me, it's a bummer because I'm just like, I really would like to get into it, but I feel like, I'm a story guy, and I feel like I'd just be lost. And I don't know, man.
yeah,
And you got to play games like on Game Boy Advance, PSP. Like I don't have those consoles anymore. Like I can't play those. I'm like,
yeah.
dang, dude. So yeah, man. But yeah, that game actually is in the Final Fantasy world. So I mean, I know a lot of people are hyped for Final Fantasy VII Part Two. I mean, I have a friend as well. He is so amped for Part Two. Like that's like his most anticipated game of his entire life. And I said you had a friend that's literally buying a PS5 just for that game. And I think that's incredible. It's cool that it has such a big fan base that people want to buy that game. I think it's cool, man. I think it's really, really cool. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, man. Well, again, I don't know much about it. That was just a prediction that I had. I'm like, it might be there. If anything, they're going to show like a little teaser saying it's coming next year, I would assume. I mean, I think most of these games are probably going to be released next year. That would be my guess.
Yeah,
I don't think anything's coming out really this holiday unless they do like a shadow drop saying like, "Oh, it's coming out like Christmas," but I don't think that's gonna happen. So we'll see. We'll see how that
yeah.
goes. Yeah, but
So yes, since I got a PlayStation 5 like on release day,
yeah,
I actually wish that I didn't because there hasn't been any new games to play really.
dude,
Like
right? It's
it's actually been
crazy.
super disappointing.
Yeah, that's kind of been the thing where it's like there's really not much. I mean, they announced I mean last year they announced all these big games, but none of them are out yet. I'm like the only one that's out is like what Miles
Yeah.
Miles Morales. I'm like that's really the only big
Yeah.
game that they
And
showed, and that game's like what, a 6-hour campaign that you could beat in like a day.
yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah, you
yeah.
could beat it in
That
like
game was awesome and it looked amazing,
oh yeah.
but I literally beat it like 100% completed it in maybe 6 hours. Yeah.
Right. It's insane, dude. I mean, yeah, great game, and I understand it was DLC, like a extended DLC, but that's it, dude. That's the only thing
Yeah.
that's really has shown Actually, Ratchet and Clank has been cool. I just beat that game, the new Ratchet and Clank. That was really good. That was like a
Yeah,
next gen experience
yeah.
that
I
I
actually,
loved. Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed Ratchet and Clank a lot. It's it's a game where you can play. You don't really have to think about it too much,
Oh yeah,
and
just a
you can just
mindless
kind of like go
shooting.
along and play. So
Yeah,
yeah, so I was down for that.
for sure, dude.
But I now I want a good game. Like I might get the like next gen version of Ghost of Tsushima or Tsushima, whatever it's called,
Dude,
just to like play an open world kind of game like that.
have you played it on PS4?
No, because I was waiting for the
Fair.
next gen to come out.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's worth it, man. It's. I mean, that's probably one of my, if not, man, it's hard to pick. I have a lot of favorite PlayStation exclusives, but that game is definitely worth it, especially because you're gonna get the
Yeah,
direct. You're gonna it's like the director's cut, and you get like an extra island
something like that.
supervision.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and like, I upgraded it because you can upgrade the PS4 version to the PS5. I don't get the extra stuff, but you get like 60 frames per second. The graphics are improved, dude. It's worth it, man. The story is sick. It's like, dude, this I wish this was a movie. That's how good the
Oh,
game.
okay.
Yeah, dude.
Dang.
Definitely. Yeah, I would highly recommend that game for sure. It's super fun, dude. Super, and we can actually play that together. It has a multiplayer. It's like it's called Legends. I don't know exactly what you do, but we can play it sometime. That'd be really fun, actually. So
Yeah, I'm down.
yeah, man. Let me know. That yeah, definitely play the single player first because it's incredible. But yeah, dude,
Okay.
we'll definitely experience that for sure. That'd be really fun, dude. Okay, well, let's jump to the next one. I don't know. I've never played any of these games. Do you play Gran Turismo?
So I'm not big into racing games, but I am big into Team PlayStation. So I'll always say Gran Turismo is better than the what is the Xbox one?
Oh, dude.
I can't even remember.
Forza Horizon. Is that what it is?
Or
Yeah.
yeah, Forza. Yeah. So I'll always say Gran Turismo is better, even though I've never played either one of them. But I will defend PlayStations.
Yeah. The game, I mean, I'm sure it's going to look incredible. I mean, the graphics are sure, I'm sure going to be insane. Again, I think it's a realistic driving type game, like a racing game. And honestly, dude, like you said in the beginning, I'm more of like a Mario Kart type. I like, mushrooms and items that you throw at people. I don't like realistic racing games. I've never been a fan. It's just
Yeah,
boring. So if you're into
I
cars,
I've
maybe, but
seen.
I'm not.
Yeah, dude, I've seen people with like full on like setups where it looks like everything inside of a real car, and like that's how you're playing the game. And I was like, that's not even a video game at that point. It's like a simulator. Like,
I know. Seriously. I'm like, that's a lot of money, man. But yeah, dude, I just
yeah,
I've never been a fan of like realistic racing games, dude. I don't know, man. I've never they're just not fun to me. Like my cousin, he's like 14. He has an Xbox 360. That's like the console that he has. And he has like this NASCAR racing game. I love him to death, but that game is so boring. I'm like, dude, this is the worst game ever. It really is, man. I'm like, this is awful. I'm like, I don't mind playing
I
games with
believe
them.
it.
Yeah, I don't mind playing games with them, but I'm like, please, let's not play the NASCAR one. Let's play anything else. We could play Madden, and I don't even know
Yeah,
I don't know how to play Madden. I'd rather play that than NASCAR. NBA 2K is the only
yeah,
sports games that I play, but yeah, dude, I have a feeling it's gonna be there again. I know a lot of people they do like Gran Turismo, so we'll see. Watch me get everything wrong.
yeah. Well, it's kind of like one of the like hype releases like that people get excited about, and
For
they'll be able
sure.
to show off the like next gen graphics with it. And
Yeah,
so I think you're right. It probably will definitely be one
definitely.
of the games they talk about.
For sure. Plus with the controller, dude, the controller's insane. I was playing with Ratchet and Clank, like the resistance on the triggers and stuff, and even on Astro's Playroom, I was like, dude, this is insane. I was like, this is crazy
Yeah,
cool. It like totally makes the game, I don't know, like better. I'm like, this is incredible, dude. Like it's so cool.
yeah. The I found for like story games and like Ratchet and Clank stuff like that, like the all the like haptic feedback and all that kind of stuff is really cool. Um, they have it like the settings for like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
and I don't like that because it kind of just like slows down your shooting and stuff. So I actually turned that stuff off for Call of Duty.
Oh,
But
okay.
for any like story driven game, I actually do prefer it. Like it makes it like more. I don't know if entertaining is the right word, like more fun to play or to use, but
Yeah, for sure. That's
in
cool,
like
dude.
first person shooters, it's not the best.
Really? Okay. That's actually good to know. I'm not a big first-person shooter guy. Like, I don't play Warzone or anything like that. But for those listening, there you go. Take it from the man himself. He knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's that's awesome, dude. Cool, dude. Okay. The next one on my list that I had was Uncharted. Have you played Uncharted?
I've only ever watched people play Uncharted, but it is like on the list of games that I want to play.
Good man. Good man. I mean, there's four of them. There's four mainline ones, and they're all awesome. They're so good, dude. You can actually
Yeah.
they have a Nathan Drake collection where they have the original three games on PS3, and then they have the PS4 Uncharted 4 that you can play. And Uncharted 4 is the best one. It's so
Okay.
good, dude. But there have been rumors that that they're going to do another Uncharted, and I'm curious to see. I obviously haven't played it, so I won't give much away. But I don't think they would abandon that franchise because it's so popular. It's like, I mean, if it's making money, it's still making money. I'd be like, yeah, we'll just do another one. Like, why not? They're super successful. So we'll see. They're like, it's like
Well,
Tomb Raider.
aren't they making a movie out of it?
They are. That's why I'm thinking they may announce something, because the movie with Tom Holland comes out, I think, February. So I mean, this may be a good time to hype up that as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, the movie could like lead into the new storyline for the game.
I would love that. That would actually be really cool. And I think it'd be cool for the movie because, like, I hope they don't adapt the video games. Like, I hope they pull sequences from the game, but I'd rather have, like, an original story with, like, Uncharted character. I think that's the problem with video game movies. They try to adapt the actual film, and, I mean, they try to adapt the actual video game, but most of the time, the video game is just running around and doing stuff. I'm like, you can't put that in a movie. So, like, I feel like if they did an original story with some of the action sequences from the game, I feel like they could probably pull off an Uncharted movie. And obviously, you know, it has Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, which I like already. So hopefully it's
Yeah.
good.
No, I agree with that 100%. Like, it's almost impossible to make a good video game movie because, like, in the video game, like, you are doing everything yourself. Like, you're creating the story. Like, yeah, there
Yeah.
is like a storyline that you follow, but you can do it at your pace and like whenever like you want to do it. But if they make it like an original story with like little like Easter eggs from the video game like throughout, that would be cool.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they need to do. And I think that's what they're doing with Uncharted. At least I hope they're doing, because again, I'm a huge Uncharted fan, and you're gonna hear my review right at the theater once I go see it. So hopefully it's good. But yeah, with the movie, and who knows, they may actually show off a part of the movie at the showcase. I could see them doing that. That'd actually be really cool. If they just show, like,
Yeah.
here's like the first trailer for Uncharted, and they could release it, like, you know, whatever. And the movie comes out, it was already supposed to be out, but it got delayed because of COVID. Actually, I heard a rumor that Tom Holland has so many movies coming out this year, they're like, we have to bump one. I'm like, wow. I mean, that's kind of, I mean, what a good feeling, right? Because he's doing Spider-Man. He did a movie called Cherry, which I haven't seen. He did Uncharted, and then he was in that one movie called Chaos Walking with Daisy Ridley. I heard it was terrible, but I
Yeah.
so yeah, apparently they
And
moved Uncharted
he
for
was
that
in that.
reason.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, he was in another
But
movie.
he was in that like Netflix movie too. I can't remember the name of it.
He's in a
Yeah,
Netflix
it was on.
movie?
It was a Netflix exclusive.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was like about like a small town, and there's like a
Hmm.
weird priest, or I can't remember. But
Oh
I'll look
yeah.
it up later.
No. Yeah, it's like a horror. It has like a bunch of people in it. Oh yeah, it has like Robert Pattinson and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's Robert Pattinson.
yeah,
Yeah, and the guy who played
it
Bucky
is. Yeah, yeah,
in the Winter Soldier or whatever. Okay, that's right.
yep.
Dang, dude, Tom Holland, man, busy guy. Dang, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard that's the reason. I don't know if that's true, but it's probably because of COVID. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna move it. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, as long as it gives you more time to like work on the game, work on the movie. You know, hopefully make it as best as possible. But we'll see. I don't know what they're gonna do with Uncharted. I know you
Absolutely.
haven't. Yeah, I know you haven't played them, so I won't go too much into it. But I mean, they're great. They're super fun. So when you get to it again, let me know, and we'll definitely talk about it for sure. Okay.
Cool.
Got a few more games here. Let's talk about one. Let's talk about one that, and I'll let you have the floor because I know I've been doing a lot of the talking with the video games. Let's jump to it's lower on the list, but it doesn't really matter. It's not really in order or anything. God of War. I know you've played that one.
Oh yeah.
Dude, we could
Oh
talk.
yeah.
Yeah, we go ahead,
I
dude. What's your
love God of War.
dude? Seriously, one of the best games ever made, and I'll fight people to the end. It's one of the best games I've ever played. Seriously.
I I agree 100%. Um, I used to say like The Witcher 3 was my favorite game of all time, but
Hmm.
then I played God of War, and even though The Witcher 3 like there's so much more you can do, it's like even like a drastically more open world.
Yeah.
God of War, the story, like the emotions that you develop like with the characters. Oh my gosh, there's not a single better game ever.
Dude, I know. It's so true, dude. And I played God of War 1, 2, and 3, like the older games. And I know a lot of people are really skeptical about the 2018. Was it 2018? I think it was. That God of
It
War.
was, yeah.
Yeah, where he had like a beard, he was kind of a more chill guy. I remember a lot of people were like, I don't like this. And they saw the gameplay and it was kind of more like single player, like over the shoulder type game, and a lot of people were like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm like, dude, don't judge a book by its cover. I had a lot of people even tell me like, yeah, I'm not even gonna buy it. I'm like, really? I was like, I am. I think it looks dope. And man, I love. See, I try not to. I try to be nice to everybody, but I love proving people wrong, dude. Because that game was it's literally it's perfect, dude. There's like nothing wrong with the game. Like everything works. The story is what really got me. I didn't cry, but the story was so emotional and so powerful that I'm like, dude. Again, I wish it was a movie, but I'd rather play it. That's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, 100%.
oh.
Like I've got a pic or like a poster of Kratos on my wall from that game.
Hmm.
Like I love everything about it.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's
so the
yeah.
next one is gonna be super sick.
I hope. I
I mean, I
hope.
hope.
I hope so. I think this is going to close out the PlayStation showcase. I think that's what they're going to end with, saying we have one more thing to show you, and it's going to be God of War Ragnarok. I think that's going to be it. Um, my hope is,
Because that was
yeah,
another game that got pushed back, right?
yeah, it was supposed to come out this year, but they delayed it because they're doing a PS4 port, so they're working on both games. Which I understand
Oh,
because I think it's cool. Like I think it's cool they're doing both because I know they know a lot of people. They know that people can't get their hands on the PlayStation 5, and if you buy it from a scalper, it can be up from like $800 to $1,000, which is completely insane. But I think that's why they pushed it because they know a lot of people are gonna want to play it. Like it was nice knowing that I had a PS4, knowing that I could play the new God of War, even though it's kind of a lower, version of it. Like it'd be nice to know that I could play it. But yeah, I got delayed for that reason. And I've heard that it's supposed to be like 40 hours of like gameplay. That's not including side quests or it's full on a 40-hour campaign, like story and upgrades
dang.
and dude,
I'm I'm all for it.
I don't know what the story's going to
Sign
be.
me up.
Yeah, dude, me too, for sure. I don't know what the story's going to be. I mean, watching Thor Ragnarok, I assume it's going to be like end of the not end of the world type thing, but like I don't know what it's going to be about either. I
I
have
mean,
no
it's
idea.
essentially, yeah.
Which would be cool. I think it'd be really cool.
Um, yeah. Like I'm actually like pretty into like Vikings and like Norse stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I don't like go and read all the mythology or anything, but
Yeah.
I like things that involve like that. Like so I like watch the TV show Vikings. It's really good.
Nice.
Uh, obviously I like God of War stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, with like Ragnarok, it very well could be like just like a end of the world kind of deal.
That would be sick, especially with like the PS5 graphics and like everything going on. I think that would be a really cool. It'd be a really cool story. I know they're gonna take their time with it because I know the God of War. I don't even know if I'd call it God of War 4. It's kind of it's kind of its own thing. I mean, there are nods to the other games in it, like when you get the blades. I was like, that's really cool. But you can kind of play this game
Yeah.
by itself and be like, oh, it's just a cool story. And I think they nailed it on the head. Where like that's good storytelling. Where like you don't need to play the other games to know what's going on, but if you do, it is going to add more to the story. But you can still enjoy it as a game and not have to play the other ones. I think they did a great job of doing that, which is a really hard thing to pull off when it comes to storytelling.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I know.
that was fantastic. Some of the best storytelling, some of the best voice acting,
Dude,
like
right?
just all around.
It's so good. And one thing I gotta say, two things I really liked as well in the other game was, one, the kid didn't get on my nerves. Usually with kids in video games or kid actors, I'm like, I can't stand you. But this kid, what's his name?
Yeah,
He didn't piss me off.
Atreus.
Atreus, yeah. I was like, dude, he's actually a cool kid. And he's trying to do right by his father. And like, I don't know, it was just really good. I thought they did a good job with the kid, because I know kids can be annoying. But
Yeah. Kind of at the beginning of the game, I thought the kid was going to be annoying, and I was like confused. I was like,
yeah,
how am I going to be able to fight with like this kid also? But I
yeah,
was like, this isn't going to make sense. But then like it just like went together like perfectly and was
it
like
did.
easy to understand.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I think that's awesome. Also, it'd be cool if we play as him in the second game. Like actually play as him. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know. He's still alive? I haven't played that game in a couple of years. He's still alive, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's still alive. I don't I don't really want to give any spoilers, but like the like end cutscene was like pretty like dramatic, like pretty like it was gonna like setting up something crazy.
Okay. I'll need to like
But I mean, I guess the
rewatch
game
this
came out
again.
in
Yeah,
2018, so
you could say it if you want.
if you
Yeah.
haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Basically, like so after they beat I can't remember the god's name, but they
Yeah.
like beat him.
Yeah.
Uh, Thor comes to their house,
Mm,
and like that's just how it ends.
that's right. I remember that now. Okay.
So
I need to play that again. But
like
yeah, dude.
stuff's about to go down.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I hope that's gonna tie in to the next one, dude. We can make a whole just podcast on this the God of War. Like, I seriously, it's so good. And also another thing that I like. This is not a big deal, but dude, I don't see anybody ever talking about it. But as a film guy and as a guy who loves movies, I noticed something. We may have talked about it, but I have never seen anybody talk about this before, dude. The game. And this is a hard thing to do. The game is literally one take. It never cuts. And I think, like, like in movies when, like,
Oh dang!
yeah, when movies, like, they have to, like, they cut all the time. Dude, this movie, like, the camera stays on the characters. Like, it never has to cut. It's literally the most incredible. It's not, like, a huge storytelling thing, but to me, it's so impressive that I'm just, like, the camera never leaves the characters. Like, everything like
Yeah,
and then it goes into the gameplay, you play, and then it kind of when it goes back to it's incredible, dude. It's some of the best. I'm like,
yeah, like the transitions and
yeah, the
stuff. Yeah,
transitions are incredible. So I hope they do the one take thing again with God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, dude.
yeah.
I can't wait.
One,
I guarantee we're gonna see it.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. One
No.
last thing like about God of War that I really liked was dude, just the whole like side quests of like the Valkyries and then
Dude.
fighting the Valkyrie Queen. Like even though it was not like the main story, it was literally the hardest thing I've ever had to do in a video
Dude.
game in my entire life was beating the Valkyrie Queen.
Dude.
I don't know how many times I tried.
Right? It's one of those things where you're like, dude, I get so mad at like when that kind of stuff happens. I just like want to throw the controller, and people just don't get. I have bad. I'm usually a pretty level-headed dude, but when it comes, I get actually really bad video game rage, like really bad. And like my sisters always make fun of me for because like dude, I'm pretty calm and collective to myself, but dude, if I keep dying in the same spot, dude, you're gonna hear some cuss words. You're gonna hear some yelling. I've broken a controller before
Yeah.
because I just can't. I couldn't handle it. And then I'm like, oh crap, I actually broke it, dude.
Yeah,
That's crazy,
I
man.
keep
Yeah,
stuff on my like I keep stuff on my couch to throw so I don't throw my controller.
that's a good idea. I should probably do that because yeah, it's rough, dude. But dude, awesome. Yeah, I do think it's gonna be there, and I do think that it's gonna end. Like that's like the last big announcement is going to be God of War Ragnarok because everyone knows how great the first one was. So I think that they're gonna end it with that for sure. I think they're really gonna end it, or
Yeah.
they may end it with
That'd be
this one. Yeah, they may end it if they announce it because I know it's gonna happen, and I know you played this one too. They may end it with Spider-Man 2. Now, I don't know if they'll do.
oof.
Dude, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if they're gonna have a Spider-Man 2 there because Miles Morales. It's like not even a year old yet. It's like maybe when it came out.
Yeah.
No, November. Yeah, it came out with the PS5, so like November-ish.
Came out with the PS5, yeah.
Yeah, so they may not announce it, but dude, I mean, it's pretty much confirmed that it's gonna happen. I mean, Miles Morales was kind of that middle point, and then Spider-Man 2 will be, the next big. I think they may say something. I think they'll be like, it's in development. We don't have a release date, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think we could see it?
I don't know if that will be in this one.
Yeah.
But I do like they definitely are like going to be making it or like in the process of making it. But I don't know if it makes it into this one.
Yeah, we'll see.
I hope it does.
I mean, that'd be
but
cool.
I don't know if it will.
Yeah, just with Miles Morales.
It would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'd be like, that's so cool. I wonder what they would do for like a story. I mean, again, I think with Spider-Man No Way Home coming out, they may want to, advertise. I don't know. They may want to tie something in because I knew No Way Home's gonna introduce like the multiverse, so maybe they'll do something in this game with the multiverse or something. I think that would be really cool, and I'm pretty sure Miles will be a playable character in the game with Peter Parker. I mean, I'm sure that's gonna be a thing, but dude.
Oh yeah, I'd assume so.
Yeah, and so there's so many things I could speculate about this game. I hope they do multiverse stuff. I don't know if they will, but I guarantee you that the villain's gonna be Venom. It's always Venom. So I'm like, well, we'll see how it goes. But I don't know, man. I think they're gonna be like, it's in development. I think they're gonna show like the symbol and be like, it's in development exclusively for PS5. I think that's what they're gonna do. Because Insomniac, again, they just did Ratchet and Clank, so the next game's probably gonna be Spider-Man 2. Which again, we know it's gonna happen because that was like one of the best-selling games on PlayStation. So it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when.
I think it would be a good idea for them to like kind of pick one of the villains from like one of the recent movies because
that'd be cool.
That'll like draw more people to playing the game because like there's so many different villains and storylines you could do for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people just wouldn't like it wouldn't be relatable for a lot of people because they just watch the movies,
Yeah, for sure. Who would you want to see as the villain? Like if you were to pick a villain for one of the movies, who would you want to pick? We already had Dr. Octopus. Did you play the first Spider-Man? You played that, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to ruin it. I was like, crap, I just spoiled the game for him. Yeah, because Dr. Octopus is in it.
I don't know, man. Like, I think it would be cool to have like not just one main villain, like to have like several, just like
the Sinister Six
continuously. Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be super dope. They were kind of in the first one, yeah, kind of. But dude, yeah, I think that'd be incredible. I don't know who I would pick. Because I mean, the new Spider-Man movie, they're essentially setting up the Sinister Six. I mean, dude, I've looked into so much about the new Spider-Man movie that I have so many speculations. I mean, dude, it's gonna be so dope. Because dude, they're bringing in villains from like all the Spider-Man movies. I mean, there's Doc Ock, Green Goblin's in it. I mean, that's confirmed. The Sandman's in it from Spider-Man 3. Jamie Foxx confirmed that he's back as Electro. The lizard guy from Spider-Man, they made Spider-Man, he's back. There's only one more villain they haven't announced yet, and they're gonna do the Sinister Six. So I wonder if they'll do something. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something in the game about that. I think it'd be really, really cool. Maybe they'll do like Into the Spider-Verse, which is one of the best movies ever, and you can play as like a bunch of different Spider guys. I think that would be just off the top rope, dude. That'd be so sick. So sick, dude.
Yeah, that movie is amazing. That might be my favorite Spider-Man movie.
I think it's mine, for sure. It's hard. Dude, it's tough, because I love the new ones, and Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire was great. But, dude, Into the Spider-Verse, I was one of those guys saying, like, that movie looks freaking stupid. Like, I didn't like the animation at first. Then I saw it, and I was like, man, I was wrong. That was one of the best superhero movies ever. It's so good, dude. It's way good. But... anyway, well, we might see it. I think we'll see again the symbol, and it'll say it's coming out whenever. We're still working on it, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, there's a few more that I want to talk about, and then we'll kind of wrap things up here. So Horizon, have you played Horizon Zero Dawn? Have you seen anything for it?
No, but I've watched that one on Twitch. Yeah,
that game is
beautiful game.
Dude,
really cool story.
Are you talking about the girl, or are you talking about the game being beautiful? Because the girl's hot. I'm just gonna be honest. Aloy.
Both.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like, dude, I feel bad. I'm just like, I know she's not real, but I'm like, man, she's hot. I was like, why they gotta do
Dude,
this to me?
I'm not ashamed to admit that like video game characters are hot or like
Dude,
cartoon characters are hot, dude. They
dude,
like they do it on purpose, man. They're
I
trying to
know.
make us think that.
Or freaking, no, who's really hot is dude, Lara Croft from the new Tomb Raider games. Dude, she is so hot. It's like unfair. I'm like, you are way too attractive to like be doing it. Like, it's just not fair. How dare they do
Yeah,
this like this?
yeah,
Just unnecessary.
dude, yeah.
But yeah, dude. So so they're doing the sequel, Horizon Forbidden West. Did you hear about the controversy with that game?
I haven't.
Okay, get ready. You're gonna think this is hopefully hilarious. So the thing is though, I think they're gonna be at the showcase because I think they're gonna want to apologize for what they did. So most of the games now with PS4 to PS5, you can upgrade it for free. There is some games that do like a $10 upgrade charge, which is, it's whatever. Games are $70. I get it. Games are expensive and they gotta charge money. I understand. It's a business. But for Horizon Forbidden West, if you wanted to upgrade to the PS5 version, you couldn't do it. So the only way to play the PS5 version is to buy the PlayStation 5 version. So they made bundles, like these $200 bundles, where you can buy, it includes the PS4 version and the PS5 version. So you have to buy both games. So if you have a PS4 and you want to upgrade to PS5, you weren't able to do it. And you had to pay like $200 for like the whole like exclusive combo pack. Ridiculous. I'm like, that is way too much money.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's just not fair. And then they literally came out, it was like 2 days ago, saying, hey, we made a mistake. We're not going to do that. So Horizon's going to be a free upgrade. So I'm pretty sure they're going to come out and be like, hey, we're sorry about all this. So they might be there, but for the wrong reasons.
yeah.
That's horrible.
That is ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I
like
mean, it's just dumb.
I like what you said. Like I get like maybe charging like a little bit, like because it is you're buying something else. Like
Yeah.
they can't just give everything away for free forever,
Yeah.
But with the PlayStation 5 still being so like hard to get, I feel like until it's like handily or like readily available,
Yeah.
they should do free upgrades.
Yeah, I agree. I think they absolutely should do that. I think that's pro consumer because, dude, I mean, seriously, eventually the PS5, and we'll talk about that too. The PS5 will be available to buy in store soon, I hope. And it's just annoying that you would have to, like, if you played it on, not only if you buy it on PlayStation 4, you can't even like transfer over your save data, so you would have to start over anyway and buy the PS5 version for Horizon. Like,
Yeah,
that is so dumb. They literally, but yeah, they came out and they fixed it, saying, "Hey, we're not going to do that. We're sorry." So literally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the PS4 version and then upgrade to the PS5 for free because it's cheaper. So I mean, literally, just pay 60 instead of 70.
yeah,
I mean, might as well. I'm like, yeah,
yeah. You should.
you guys need to go, you guys going back on your word. Yeah, I was just like, that's crazy that they would do that. And like the pre-orders haven't been good for the game because people don't want to buy both copies, and I don't freaking blame them. I mean, that's a lot of money, dude. People aren't rich, especially now with like a lot of
It
people not
is.
working with the Delta variant and stuff. It's like, dude, people can't afford to buy 2 copies of the same game. It's impossible. Like, it's
Yeah. After upgrading to the new system as well, which also costs money, so it's like
yeah,
I don't know.
it's just insane, dude. I'm like, I don't, yeah, yeah. It's just not pro consumer, and it's like, dude, you want people to buy your stuff, you got to be like, you got to be smart with, like, again, going back to Xbox, everything. I mean, I do prefer PlayStation, but I do like Xbox. I mean, everything is free. Like, you can upgrade everything for free, no problem. Like, it's super easy to do. And you can do from Xbox One to Xbox Series X, whatever game you want, free upgrade with the upgraded graphics and stuff like that. But Sony just makes it so difficult sometimes to do. I'm like, what? Like, I understand, as you said, the $10 is fine, but it's like Xbox is doing everything for free, and they have Game Pass, which I think is the best deal in video games ever. Like, so maybe they may announce something like that for um for the presentation.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we have a Game Pass.
I mean, I guess
coming.
PlayStation they have those like if you have PlayStation Plus, you get like a package of games that you can play, but
Yeah,
it's not the same as Xbox. Like that is like that's you can play like anything.
anything, dude. And you could download it on your console. You could play it offline. And so maybe I actually didn't write that on my list, but they may have something saying, "Hey, we have a new Game Pass type thing where you can literally pay a subscription, and all of our games will be on there."
Sorry, the your audio is like super slow mo right now, so I can't hear anything.
My audio. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty. That's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Things happen. But yeah, dude. To be honest, we were just talking a second ago, and I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, Horizon.
The Game Pass, or
Game Pass. That's right, Game Pass.
I think we were started with Horizon, but we're on Game Pass.
Yeah. So they need to do something because again, I still prefer PlayStation, but I can't deny that Xbox has benefits that are incredible. I mean, Game Pass is not that much, and all the big first party, like Halo's going to be on there at launch. They have a new game called Starfield, which is like an open world game. It's like Fallout in space, which looks awesome. So they have like all the yeah, dude, all the new stuff is coming to Game Pass. So I'm like, dude, Sony's got to do something because that's going to be the way of the future. So maybe they'll announce that. I don't know. We'll see. That'd actually be really cool. That'd be really awesome.
That would be cool.
Dude, save me a ton of money, man. That'd be awesome. Pay like what, $20 a month, and you can play Ragnarok and like Spider-Man and all these other games. Yeah, dude, I think that would be great. I think it would be awesome. I think that's definitely pro-consumer for sure.
It would be because the like the memory on the like PlayStation 5s, you could only hold like a certain amount of games anyways. So just like cycling through those, deleting them and then re-adding them. I have an extended hard drive, but you can't like play the games directly from that. You have to like transfer it to the PlayStation and transfer something else to the extended hard drive.
Maybe they'll announce something like that too. Maybe they'll be like, "Hey, you don't have to do that anymore. You could just play it off the external hard drive." Because I have one too. But yeah, you have to like move everything. It's so annoying. I'm like, guys, that should have been at launch. Like you can just use any USB extended hard drive and just. It's so annoying, dude. I'm like, it's so frustrating moving all your stuff over. But they may announce that too, like a new software update saying, "Hey, you can do this now." That would be nice. That'd actually be really nice if they could. Yeah, that'd be really really nice. Okay, so
I'd be down for that.
I know for sure. So there's two more that I may want to cover. I had some other games on here, but to be honest, I don't really play them. Like apparently there's going to be a Bloodborne remake. Which I never played Bloodborne. Have you played Bloodborne?
I have not.
It looks really difficult, and I feel like I get too mad at it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to play that. And then there's also
Reasonable.
Yeah, and then apparently there's going to be a Metal Gear Solid remake for like the PlayStation 1. I'd probably play that. I think Metal Gear Solid looks cool. The only time I've played as Snake is on Super Smash Brothers. I've never.
I was about to say the same thing.
I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game, but I've heard they're awesome. I've heard they're really cool. So that I've heard rumors about that as well. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah. The last thing I want to talk about mainly was, and I don't know if this is going to be at the presentation, but I really hope they address or they talk about the PlayStation 5 being more available. I know there's like a chip shortage and like with everything, like cars, video game systems, like there's like shortage of everything. And I get it with the pandemic. I understand. But like, dude, there was a story there. I don't know if you saw, but there was a story about where Sony didn't clear out their line. Like, you know, when you wait in the PlayStation queue, it says like you're next in line, and then it will update you saying there's no more consoles, like you could pretty much leave. Well, apparently they forgot to update it, and people who were waiting in line were like, yes, there's PS5s available. Then they get into the store, and then there's not available. So I'm just like, this is that would be the biggest blue balls in the entire world. I'd be so mad. I'd be so sad all day. So I hope that
happened to me like 3 times.
Did it really happen to you? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's right. I think I remember you telling me about that. Because, dude, I mean, it was so hard. It's so freaking hard to get one. And so I hope they address, like, saying it's going to be a little bit easier to get one. We're going to try to keep an eye out for scalpers, try to like watch and see what we can do, but also say, the PS4 will be available at retail, like in store. You can go pick it up. I think they need to say that. I don't know if they will, just because it will give people hope. Because I know there are people that really want this console, and I know scalpers. I've seen pictures of them that literally have hundreds of them just sitting in their garage, and they don't even play them. And
Yeah.
I'm like, there's kids or people that really have been saving up, they want this console, and it's like, Sony, dude, people are willing to buy your product. You just have to make it more available.
Yeah. I do hope that like when it does eventually go into stores that they limit it to one per customer. So like
I
someone
agree.
doesn't just go and buy out the store.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to buy more than one. I agree with that, because again,
Yeah.
like, I know, like, and the thing is, though, Sony may not say anything because, again, the scalpers are obviously paying money, and Sony's making money, so they're
Yeah.
probably, and at the end of the day, it is a business, and if they're making money, they're fine with it, which I think is
Yeah.
horrible, because they don't really think about, the consumer. Like, I guarantee they don't even, they maybe like play it a little to test it out, but dude, we're the ones that are like playing it and wanting the console. And so I think it'd be really cool if there's like, hey, PS5s are going to be available at retail starting 2022 or something like that, just to kind of give people like, you know, make them happy. Be like, dude, we could finally have a
Yeah.
chance to pick one up, because I'm sick and tired of people going to the store. I remember going to Target, and I remember overhearing a mom saying, like, "Do you guys have a PS5?" They're like, "No," and they're like, the mom was like, not sad, but she was just disappointed, saying like, "I can't find one for my son anywhere." It's like, he's been doing good he's been doing good in school. He really wants one. I can't get him one for Christmas, and I can't pay the $1,000 to get one. I'm like, dang, dude, that's so sad. It's a bummer,
Yeah.
man.
It sucks.
It's hard, dude. It's really hard. So I hope they make that announcement. Like, just be like, hey, it's going to be available, one per customer. Just that be, and then, just like constantly just keep them rolling out, because, dude, people still want this thing, man. It's in high demand, and I get it. And honestly, none of the consoles are in store. Even the Switch, it's not even in store, because people are just buying it. They can't get a PS5, so like, we'll just buy a Switch. So, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
even the Switch Lite, you can't even find. It's a crazy, dude.
No, honestly, like flippers and scalpers are like ruining everything right now. Like
I
not
know.
just video games, like anything that like is like in demand, like even like popular like Christmas toys for kids. My sister was telling me like people will just go and buy out the whole store and then resell them for like double online. It's like, come on.
That's
Like
ridiculous, dude.
just let people enjoy what they enjoy. Stop trying to make money off doing nothing. Like
I know.
we're just paying these flippers and they don't do anything.
I know.
Like they literally just buy it so you can't buy it.
I
It's the
know.
most annoying thing in the world.
It is annoying. And I can't believe people actually support doing that. Like, people actually work for a scalping. Like, I would just feel so guilty if I ever did that. I'd be like, there's no way I could do this. I'd be like, I just can't.
Yeah.
I try to have a good soul, but yeah, I would just feel so guilty. And then, because I've seen tweets and stuff about like scouts were posting saying like it's getting easier and easier every time, with like a winky face, literally 300 PlayStation 5s in their garage. I'm like, how could you eat? It's sad, dude. It's really sad. I have never seen scalping this
Yeah.
bad, like, ever. Like, I saw a little bit with like the Switch, but I was able to get a Nintendo Switch from the store. Like, I was able to go in and pick one up, but I've never seen it this bad
Yeah.
or this high demand before. It's nuts. It's crazy, dude. Especially right now,
Yeah.
again, with COVID.
Like I've seen it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a few like Xbox Series S's in store, but I haven't seen a Series X yet.
Yeah, the X is in high demand too. The S, honestly, I would probably get the S. It's cheaper. And I'd probably just get Game Pass if I were to get one. But yeah, dude, you can't find the X either. It's like impossible. I'm like, dude, this sucks, man. It's just,
Yeah.
I know. Again,
But,
it's so frustrating. But anyway, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, that was a good conversation. Even though I talked a lot about all these video games that you haven't played, but
Yeah, that's all right.
yeah, dude.
It was fun for me too.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Dude, is there anything else, like any other games or anything else that that you think will be there? or any speculations that you have?
Honestly, like halfway through us talking, I thought of something that I was gonna say, but I don't remember what it was right now. Oh, I just remembered.
Okay.
Um, I hope, I know this isn't really just PlayStation, but I hope they announce a new Grand Theft Auto instead of just making the old one look better like they did last time.
Yes. Yes, dude, you're right. You are right. And the thing is, though, like I think most people play Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation, so I feel like they probably would announce it. Dude, did you watch the other
Yeah.
showcase from last year? Dude,
Yeah, dude, that was the most like blue balls I've ever
blue
felt in my
balls
life.
ever.
It's like,
Everyone's like, no way. It's like GTA 5 remastered for PS. Like, no, I don't. Dude, that game came out when we started our missions back in 2013. The game's been out for that long.
I know.
Dude, can we move on,
And
please?
there's still people that buy it today. Like they're still making money off that game.
It's probably
Like it's crazy.
I know, dude. It's the same thing with like Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch is like the best-selling game of all time, and people are still buying it. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
y'all need to stop so we can get Mario Kart 9. I really want a ninth one. I'm tired of like, don't get me wrong, dude.
Yep.
Mario Kart 8 is so good. The deluxe version on Switch, super fun. But dude, I'm sick of playing it. Like, I need a number 9. Like, I just need a new one.
Yeah.
Same with Grand Theft Auto, dude. People are still buying it. Which I understand if it makes money, why even? I know they're working on a new one. They're probably just taking their sweet time because they're like, yeah, we don't need to worry about it. My guys, stop buying it so we can get a sixth one because the sixth one's gonna do even better. I know
Yeah.
they're gonna milk it just like they did with Grand Theft Auto 5. And GTA 5 is a great game. Like it's a super fun game. Like it's one of the best games out there. I think it's awesome. But dude, please stop buying
Well,
it.
yeah. I mean,
Please stop.
yeah, it is a testament to the game, like and how good it is that people are still buying it. But
Yeah.
let's make something new.
Right, dude. I had that game on PlayStation 3 and I didn't upgrade it to Yeah, dude. I didn't even bother buying on PS4. I was like, I guess I could for the multiplayer, but I already beat the campaign on PS3. I was like, I don't need to play it again. I was like, yeah, let's get a new
Yeah.
one. So yeah, I hope that's a good one. I hope they announce GTA 6 or at least give a teaser saying we're doing it. I think that'd be
Yeah.
that'd be the winner for sure. Dude, good one, man. I didn't even
Because
think
what they
about
was it Rockstar? They haven't done anything since Red Dead 2, have they?
You're right. I think you're correct. That game was sick
So I
too.
mean,
Yeah,
what are they doing right now?
I
That game
know.
was sick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, what are they doing? They just taking a vacation, which I understand. Those games take a lot of work, and they're very long, very, really long to make. But yeah, dude. GTA 6. I think. Yeah, I think they could do that. They need something. They need big
Yeah.
games to draw people in. It can't just be like check out our little indie game for like $10. It needs to be these big $70 games that are going to draw people in. Because you're right, dude. Like I'm happy to have a PS5, and I'm more than grateful. But like the only game that I played was Ratchet and Clank, which was an awesome first-person game. But that's really,
Yeah.
I think that's really it. There's really nothing else. Like
No, there's not. Like that's nothing else worth buying, at least, or worth playing.
yeah, and they're doing all these
They'll
director's
probably
cuts. Yeah.
they'll probably talk about the new Call of Duty, Vanguard,
Vanguard, yeah.
because that comes out in that comes out in like November, December. But I mean, I don't really care about that.
I
I
wonder
just
how
want
well it's
a
gonna
new
do.
Warzone map.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's just come back to like World War II, so it's like going back in time again. So it's like
Again?
we've already had a bunch of World War II games. Yeah.
Like really? They had a Call of Duty called like World War II. It came out like what, a couple years ago? Why are they going back?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
So, dude, I don't know. It
Dude,
is dumb. It's super dumb.
they need to stop making these games. I mean Warzone is already doing it's free and it's popping off better than any other Call of Duty. Dude, they should just like expand on that, dude, because in every
Yeah, they should.
they should. Yeah, I mean it's popular. It's not for me, but I know it's popular and I know people just it's free and you can play it whenever and yeah, dude, I think they should just expand on that. I could care less about Vanguard, dude. I'm like, I haven't even watched the trailer yet.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't care. The open betas on PS5, I'm like, I'm not even gonna play it, dude. Worthless.
Yeah. I don't know a single person that has played a Call of Duty campaign mode in a long time.
Right, dude.
Like, you only buy Call of Duty for the multiplayer,
Right.
but now that Warzone's there, like, as a battle royale, like, no one even really cares about multiplayer anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
me and my friends, like, we just use it to like level up our guns to use them in Warzone later. Like,
Right. That's exactly
we
it.
actually don't care about it.
You're literally living proof of that. They should just continue, like, or they should just do, like, they could do Warzone. I don't know much about Warzone, but, like, they could do the Warzone thing and then, like, just include, you know, like, stuff in the multiplayer. Like, I don't know if they do that already. Like, Seek and Destroy or, like, Gun Game. I love Gun Game. That game is sick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could do that because, dude, let's be honest. Like, the last Call of Duty, I did play Modern Warfare, but the last one I actually played the campaign and put time into was Black Ops 2. That was like in 2012. That's like right before I left my mission. So like that's it.
Yeah.
I just don't care, dude. Like
And that was like the last good one.
right. And yeah, if they did Call of Duty every couple of years, like kind of, every like 3 or 4 years like to build hype, I think that'd be really cool. I'd be like, wow, a new Call of Duty. That'd be really, but it's every year, dude. It's literally like a parasite that won't stop growing. It's just not, it just won't stop, dude. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, that's
the one that came out last year, Cold War, was the worst Call of Duty I've ever played.
I heard it was a huge game. It didn't run well, and I heard it was just bad. I heard it was really bad, which was a bummer.
Very
dude.
bad. Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
That sucks.
That's true. The show is probably gonna have some filler. Like I think Call of Duty is a definition of like, it's literally there's a Twinkie and Call of Duty is like that cream filling inside. Like they just need to like fill. It's like gonna be like I think it's 45 minutes to an hour long, the presentation. So yeah, we're gonna get Call of Duty.
Yeah, they gotta throw some stuff in there for like casual gamers.
For sure. I'm sure they'll have some cool stuff. Which honestly, dude, I'm cool with. Like I like casual stuff, but again, they gotta hit the mark, dude. They gotta get these big games out because again, you're right. There's like nothing to play. I mean, you can upgrade your games from PS4 to PS5, which is cool, but it's like I've already played these. Like I mean,
yeah,
I don't want to, I don't want to play them again. Like, so I don't know, dude. That's good though. I didn't even think about Call of Duty. Is there anything else that you think's gonna come to the thing? Anything else offhand?
The last game I can think of, it's not a new game, but Cyberpunk, just because they still don't have the like next gen versions, and that game when it came out was a dumpster fire.
Dude.
Like terrible.
Oh, what a disaster. Dude. I mean
yeah, like my game crashed like every hour of playing it, and so I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna wait until it comes out for PS5 version.
Did you play the PS4 version on the PS5?
Yeah.
Okay, how does that? Let me ask you firsthand. So it crashed every hour, you said. So it doesn't run well.
Dude, yeah, it crashed all the time.
Okay.
No, doesn't run well. There's like glitches all over. Like the game would just freeze. Like characters were not doing things they're supposed to do. Like
really,
there's just bugs everywhere. Which with a game that size is bound to happen. Like there's gonna be bugs, but like they did not fix them very fast.
Dang, dude.
Like there wasn't like a big patch until like 6 months later.
Dude, that's a bummer because I actually thought about getting Cyberpunk on PS4 just to play on the PS5, but I'll probably buy it. But again, they're doing the upgrade for free, like the free next gen upgrade for Cyberpunk. So
yeah,
dude, I can get that game right now for like literally $15 and just wait and then upgrade it. Because dude, I know a lot of people are giving up on the game, but I don't want to because I really want to play it. I really do, man. It looks so cool. I've been waiting for this game forever, and I played it on PS4. Dude, yeah, and I got my refund for it. I was like, I can't do this. It's horrible.
Yeah, like you said, and like had other couple of friends say, like it's not even playable on PS4.
It's not.
Like the graphics are terrible.
Yeah, dude. Like you can't even take a step without like the game. Like, dude, if it crashed on PS5, it crashes so much on PS4. Dude, the load times are ridiculous, and I'm just like, dude, this sucks, man. And it's a bummer because, dude, I was so hyped. Everyone was hyped for it, dude. Especially after I saw Keanu Reeves, I was like, dude, I'm so ready for this. And dude, what a disaster!
Yeah.
I know there's a good game in there. I know there is, and like the story is cool, but dude, yeah, it's just a bummer, man. They might talk about that. I actually would really like that if it's like, hey, it's coming this year, the upgrade. I'm like, oh yes, thank you, so I could finally play it because I really want to play that. Dude, that's like up
That's
my
another
alley.
reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's another reason why I was okay with them pushing God of War back. So
same.
like, I don't want any of these like bugs or anything. Like, the game needs to come out ready to go.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm more.
Cyberpunk needed to
Oh,
cook for another year.
Cyberpunk needed like another 5 years, dude. I mean, that game is horrible. Like it's just bad, and it's such a bummer because again, as I said, there is a good game in there, but
Oh yeah,
it's just not ready. And I know it was the studio saying like the upper saying like just put it out, people will buy it. And dude, I mean, yeah, it's horrible. And now you can get the game for like $15. That's so sad. I'm like that
yeah,
is
yeah,
bummer. But yeah, hopefully the PS5 version when that comes out, that'll be a playable game, man. Because again, I really want to play it. It's up my alley of games I like. I like open world games like that. So
yeah.
but yeah, dude, I couldn't even get to the title screen without it like crashing. Yeah, dude, it crashed when I was trying to make my character. Like I was designing everything, and I was like, it just like crashed, and I had to start over. And I was like, dude, this sucks. It's like, what the heck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally bought a brand new TV, like compatible with like the new PS5, like
Oh, nice,
just to play that game, and then it like didn't even work
dude. That sucks,
because
man.
like yeah, because you got to get like the certain like frame rates, and then you have to get the HDMI 2.1
Right.
to like really get the full like capacity out of your PlayStation. So I did that.
Yeah.
I bought a like expensive TV, and then like the game sucked, and so oh well.
Dude, that's a bummer, man. But that's true. They might mention that. I think that'd be really cool. Because again, I've seen a lot of people play it more on PlayStation than Xbox, so I feel like they probably like, hey, the upgrade's coming soon. That'd be awesome. Actually, that'd be really cool. Like, I don't mind if people say sorry for their mistakes. Like, as I said, Horizon might be there. They might say like, hey, sorry about all this, or Cyberpunk saying, hey, sorry. I'm cool with that, and you know, so that's good. I like that. That would be really, really nice if they mentioned something. I think that would be wonderful. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see how that
absolutely.
goes. But all right, dude. Well, Adam, we went through pretty much everything on the list, and you mentioned a few things as well. Dude, thanks for hanging out with me, dude. Talking some video games, talking nerdy, dude. I really appreciate it, man.
Dude, yeah, this was fun. I know that this is something that you like to do, the podcast and stuff like that. So it was a cool experience for me to hang out with you and do that with you.
Dude, look at you trying to suck up to me, man. I love it. Absolutely. You're my friend, Adam. It's okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. Well, let me guys know down
Oh no,
below
you're good.
if you're listening to on YouTube. Let me know down below what your predictions might be for the PlayStation 5 showcase. It drops on Thursday. I don't know exactly what time, but it does drop on Thursday. So keep an eye out for it. We'll see if our predictions are correct. And who knows? Maybe we'll have to do another one, and we'll have to talk about what we actually saw. Maybe we can do that sometime soon. I think that'd be really cool. So we can actually
Oh
discuss.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Awesome, Adam. Well, hey, thank you again, dude, for being on the podcast, man. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
You're
This was
welcome.
fun.
Absolutely. Well, this has been the Chandler Burton Podcast. Thank you again for all your ongoing support. If you listen to it on YouTube, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the like button. It does go a long way. But until next time, I hope you all take care. And Adam, thank you again, dude. I appreciate you, man.